Have you ever looked at a cover and thought, that's not just art, it's a masterpiece? We're diving into the work of Jenny Frison, one of the most celebrated cover artists in comics of this day. From her mesmerizing Wonder Woman covers to the haunting brilliance of Something's Killing the Children, Jenny's art has captured the hearts of fans and collectors and driven prices sky high in the marketplace. We'll break down her most valuable covers, explore what makes her style so iconic, and why her work continues to dominate the comic market. This is Creator Spotlight, Jenny Frison. By a majority, Jenny Frison was the pick of the week. She is an amazing artist who has a lot of mixed media in her style. There's something very special about the way she does her images. It's art. So we're going to take the time to take a look at some of Jenny's work. You're going to be surprised at the value of some of these books. They're really high. There's some that are affordable, but wow, the cost of some of these books are amazing and it's well deserved. Let's do a creative spotlight on Jenny Frison. She is a renowned illustrator and comic book cover artist, celebrated for her captivated, moving portraits and painterly style. Her work is deeply emotional and character focused, making her a standout talent in the industry. Jenny has created stunning covers for all the major publishers, including Marvel, DC, and various comic groups. For Marvel, she has worked on iconic titles like X-Men, Eternals, and Captain Marvel. At DC, her breathtaking covers for Wonder Woman, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn have become fan favorites. Among her independent work, Jenny's covers for Something is Killing the Children over at Boom Studios and Revival at Image Comics has garnered critical acclaim. Currently, Jenny continues to produce striking covers for DC and Marvel while contributing to hit indie titles such as House of Slaughter, as well as Something's Killing the Children. Her evocative illustration remain a driving force in defining the visual identity of modern comics. And if you want to take a look at some of her work, you could go to jennyfrison.com. Also, Jenny Frison's art at Instagram. Let's take a look at some of her early work, starting with her first work, and that's Hack and Slash, the series, issue number 4. This book came out back in 2008. Would you believe that long ago? Over at Devil's Due Publishing. This is a fair market value of $240 near mint, while it's also $240 at a 9.2. The last recorded sale was going for $100 back in November. This is actually not that long ago, just about a month ago, for $100 for a no grade. It was just a raw copy. The significance of this book is her first commissioned comic art, her first book in the industry. Hack and Slash number 14, and for $240. Wow. Someone got a deal at $100. Another book that is really important, which is considered her first cover art, is Voltron, The Legend Forge number 1. This also came out in 2008 for Devil's Due Publishing, and this book has a fair market value of $264 near mint, while a 9.4 fair market value is at $650. However, November 9th, a book was sold at nearly $900 at a 9.6. Wow, that is amazing. This book almost sold for close to $1,000. It was $100 short of $1,000. This is her first cover art, and it's not her first time in Voltron anymore. So let's go ahead and take a look at some other books that she has, starting with Vampirella, Countdown to the Second Coming number 1. This is the prototype edition. So this is a variant. Came out back in 2009 over at Harris Comics. This is before Vampirella went to Dynamite. Fair market value of this book is at $41. Another goes for $104. The last recorded sale of this book was $41, and this was way back in 2022. It is her first Vampirella cover. Her art is on high demand. Let's take a look at our next book. Spitfire #1. This is extremely affordable, but this is also marks her first Marvel comic back in 2010. This has a fair market value of $6, while a 9.8 goes for about $70. I'm sure you could get it for a lot less. The last recorded sale happened just last week at $6 at a fine, and this is considered her first Marvel comic cover. I'll be honest with you, I love Jenny Frison's art. I'm not feeling this one. For some reason, it doesn't feel right, but it was still early in her career. I could forgive her for that. It's just something's off about this, especially from what I know she could do. Vampire #1. This was back in the New 52 era, back in 2011 over in DC Comics. This book is very affordable at $3 fine and $50 at a 9.8. The last recorded sale was $3 back in October. This is considered her first DC cover, and in this particular book you can start seeing her style start to formulate. We're starting to see Jenny Frison as the Jenny Frison we know, which is exciting. We're starting to see her work form back in the 2010s as we get to now, where we're seeing what she does now, the work she does. Now, one of the most popular books that she has on her list here is Revival #1. This came out in 2012 over at Image Comics. It has a $20 near mint value, with a 9.8 going for $91. This book last recorded sale was $19 about a week or two ago. However, the significance of this book is that it has been picked up by Sci-Fi to be an adopted TV series. Only time will tell if that's going to happen. But if it does, this is a book that people will be hunting for. It was on the top 10 list before in the past. It might return once a TV series comes up. All right. Red Sonja #1 back in 2013 over at Dynamite Comics. Fair market value of this book is $8. It is $50 at a 9.6. A good copy, which sold for $45. I think that was not a good buy in November 3rd. The key significance, this is a Jenny Frison first Red Sonja cover. She does amazing Red Sonja covers. This is the first one. There's also a second printing in black and white of this cover. Detective Comics 40. This is the 1 in 25 variant. This book came out in 2015 for DC Comics. The fair market value of this book is actually $8 for a 1 in 25 variant. Would you believe that? Last recorded sale of this book happened back in February, and it sold for $6 for a very fine. This is considered to be Jenny's first Batman cover. Spider-Gwen #1, the comic pop prison variant. I am not feeling this one as much as I mentioned before with some of her artwork. I don't think this is one of her better pieces. This is, however, her first Spider-Gwen cover. This book is going for a near mint value of $20, while 9.8 goes for about $70. And the last time it sold was way back in 2021 at $20. So you could probably get this at a lot less if you find it in the wild. You probably find it on eBay or something like that. It's not one of her better works, I'm sorry to say. I do believe she's done some better pieces when it comes to Spider-Gwen. This one I'm not feeling as much. Now, this one's a popular book. This is Miss Marvel #1. This is the hip hop variant that she did back in 2015. This book is going for a near mint of $40. However, a 9.4 sold for about $41. That makes it the fair market value for that book. This book last recorded sale was at $25 back in 2021. And of course, it's the cover art inspired by the miseducation of Laura Hill. This was one of those popular Marvel hip hop covers. This one was done by Jenny Frison. A lot of people don't know about this one. Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica #4. This book came out in 2018 from DC Comics and Archie Comics. The fair market value of this book is $5, $51 at a 9.8, with a last recorded sale of $4. That was done back in the summer of 2024 in August. This is Jenny's first Harley and Poison Ivy cover. Now, it's not the same type of Poison Ivy we're familiar with, but it is Poison Ivy. So there you have it, guys. This is the very first time she did Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Now, this one's the big one. Something's Killing Children #1, the FOC Reveal Virgin variant that came out 2019 over at Boom Studios. The fair market value of this book is $123 near mint, while 9.8 going for $151. The last recorded sales of this book was $80, and this was just last week. This is her first Erica Slaughter cover, and it's her first Something's Killing the Children cover. This is amazing. However, there are other versions of this same book. We have the Comic Oddities version foil, which goes about $120 near mint, but the 9.8 is going for $320 fair market. Someone picked it up for $350 early November. And there's one more to be on the lookout, and that is the black and white spot color variant. This was limited to 300 copies. Fair market value of this book is $450. However, 9.8 was fair market value is $300. So it's actually cheaper to get a 9.8 than it is to get a raw copy. And it's because of that last recorded sale of $300 that was done in September. I like this cover. And there's also one more, which is the Diamond Retailer New York Comic Con 2019 one. Same thing as before, $450 near mint, while it's $396 at a 9.8. That was the same price that was done in October 31st on Halloween, no less, of this book. I actually like the spot variant a little bit more than this one. However, they're both great. And finally, we're going to go to her latest book. That's Poison Ivy #28. This one's coming out this week. This is the 1 in 50 version variant. And you can see she does tremendous work when it comes to Poison Ivy and her use of colors, as well as using organic flowers and plants to make the design, makes her on the top of her class. Even though this has a fair market value of $4, there's no recorded sales. This is a 1 in 50 variant, so it's really not $4, but that's the price the book is good for as of right now. This is the new book of the week. So there you have it, guys. Tell me what you think about that list. Is Jenny Frison one of your favorite artists? Do you like her covers? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more comic content. Check out these other videos for even more insight, and I'll see you at the next one. Excelsior.